Friday night in downtown Minneapolis. Twins fans are all abuzz as this long homestand is going quite well for the home team as they enter Target Field. The Twins 7-1 so far in this 11-game homestand that takes them in to the All-Star break. And last night, it was the usual suspects. Good hitting, good pitching. Eddie Rosario all season long, so good. His 19th home run of the year. But the story was Kyle Gibson, 8 superb shutout innings for Gibby. The Twins win 5-1 in the first of 4 against the Tampa Bay Rays. Great matchup on the mound tonight for Tampa. Nathan Eovaldi trending in the right direction. 2-0 in his last 3 starts. ERA below 1 for Minnesota. Jake Odorizzi, his last 3 starts, ERA right about 1. Opponents hitting just 197. Last night, it was a monsoon. We had a 2-hour rain delay. Tonight, it is a perfect summer night for baseball. There'll be no delays, and we will start on time as the Twins look to stay hot here on the homestand. And their pitcher, Jake Odorizzi, should know the other side pretty well. He cut his teeth with the Tampa Bay Rays after debuting back in 2012 with the Kansas City Royals, but majority of his MLB experience in those 5 seasons with Tampa Bay. 127 games. He is a career 44-44. 40 of those 44 wins with Tampa Bay. Was traded to Minnesota back on February the 17th. And even though the faces have changed, tonight should be a very fun and emotional night as he takes the mound against his former team.
A lot of them have kind of gone elsewhere, so it's kind of limited of who's still left there. But you know, it's been 5 years there. There's some memories there, but looking forward to it. The way I look at it is, you know, it's not like I'm facing, you know, I've had a lot of teammates there in the 5 years I was there, so just kind of the nature of the business. But you know, I'll be excited.
We'll see who has the edge, the team that knows him or the guy that knows the team. When we come back, Dick Bramer and Bert Blyleven take a look at why the Twins are winning. It's been all phases. We'll see if they can continue tonight.
Presented by CenturyLink, connecting you to the power of the digital world. By Sanford Orthopedics and Sports Medicine for the everyday competitor in all of us. And by Northland Ford. Visit buyfordnow.com and your local Northland Ford dealer today.
Twins fans have to like what they've seen from their team in this homestand. The Twins have played very good baseball. Brian Dozier over the last couple of years has been a much better hitter in the second and a half, and it appears that that will be the case again this year. He's hit awfully well during this homestand. Beautiful Friday night to you from Target Field. Dick Bramer along with Bert Blyleven. And yeah, it's been fun to watch during this homestand because the Twins have done a little bit of everything. Timely hitting, pitching, good defense. It's all been there.
And that wins ball games for the Minnesota Twins. 7-1 so far in the 8 games they have played on this homestand. How have they done it? Well, they're hitting .297 as a ball club, averaging almost 6 runs a game, but they're doing a great job with runners in scoring position, hitting at .344. Defensively, we've seen some great, outstanding defensive plays. They've only committed 2 errors in the 8 ball games. So that's important because the pitching has even been better. Starters, 6 of the 8 games they have pitched have been quality starts. Great start by the starters, also the bullpen. Fernando Rodney, 4 saves in the 8 games.
And so Jake Odorizzi will hope to continue the pattern of good starting pitching, and he'll make a start tonight against the team that employed him for 5 years.
From 2013 through 2017, Jake Odorizzi was a big part of the rotation for the Tampa Bay Rays. Had a 40-39 record with Tampa Bay, and now he'll get a chance to pitch against the Rays for the first time. Kevin Cash had seen his team come into Minneapolis playing really good baseball, and the Twins won the opener last night. Had a 5-game winning streak snapped in last night's ball game.
Yeah, Kevin Cash in his 4th season as manager of the Rays.
And the Rays batting order brought to you by Menards. Kevin Kiermaier leading off. Matt Duffy, Jake Bowers, Wilson Ramos, Joey Wendell, C.J. Cron, Daniel Robertson, Carlos Gomez and Adani Echeverria.
And tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. That is Jake Odorizzi making his 20th start. Looking for win number 5 on the year. They're looking for a quality start. Only 6 quality starts in 19 previous starts. So go deep into the ball game. Let's take a look at the scouting report. Is he pumped? Well, he better be. I remember when I pitched against the Twins for the first time after getting traded. Yeah, you're pumped. He may not show it, but believe me, that heart's pumping. Needs quick outs. We've seen Jake's pitch count mount very quickly, and he is what he is. That's what I think. You know, he's a guy that's going to nibble here or there, but he's done a good job overall, you know, keeping the ball in the ballpark. Opponent's batting average only a 253. He's given up less hits to innings pitched. The walks are high. He needs to improve on that.
Kiermaier in the box. Here we go. And outside ball 1. Yeah, all these little things, all these little moments, and whether Odorizzi is cognizant of them or not. I mean, Kiermaier saved Odorizzi a lot of runs when he was pitching for the Rays, and Kiermaier was out in center field. Now he's got to try to get him out.
Well, believe me, when you're standing out on that mound like Jake, he doesn't know that Kiermaier's up. He knows he is, but he's got to pitch to the glove, and that's Mitch Garver. Go about your business. How are you going to try to get him out? And Mitch Garver hopefully will put down the right side. Now they're going inside.
Got the inside corner, 1-2. And if he can have more of those, first pitch strikes are nice, but more 1-2 counts instead of 2-1 counts, that might help bring down the pitch count too. 1-2. And Kiermaier strikes out. And that's one thing, though, that should be pointed out. Odorizzi's become much more of a strikeout pitcher this year than he ever was with Tampa Bay.
Yeah, he's averaging 9.5 strikeouts per 9 innings. That was his 103rd strikeout in 97 innings pitched. Pizza Ranch for the win. Eliminate free passes. We talked about walks have kind of gotten him in trouble. That creates a high pitch count. Trust your stuff. Attack the strike zone and work quickly.
And now Duffy takes ball 1. Made a pinch hitting appearance last night.
I think I saw it in his last game that he worked in a little quicker pace for Odorizzi. And that was here against the Baltimore Orioles. He pitched 6 shutout innings.
Up high. Now I asked Jake a week or so ago about the tinkering he did with his delivery, and if I felt at all confident in being able to properly relay what he tried to express to me, and the problem was on my end, not his. Rounded to third, and a nice pickup by Escobar. 2 away, but his altered mechanics involve breaking the ball out of the glove, breaking in his windup and doing something with the glove, and you'd think, well, maybe higher, but if I understood him right,
taking the ball out of the glove.
Taking the ball out of the glove and having the glove descend lower. 2 down.
Well, again, that all bases on getting to the balance point, and then once you get to that explosiveness that you're going to use to get to home plate, your hands have to be out of the glove.
Fouled back a pitch up to Bowers, but such a minute little detail like that. They looked at video and they saw something that was different than when Jake was going well earlier this year.
Yeah, he's not a guy that brings the ball back, say, to his belt area. He'll bring it back a little bit around the back. Watch the release right there. He drops and then explodes toward home plate.
A couple of quick outs and an 0-2 count here to Bowers.
Call him almost like a little short armor. Okay, drop the ball. Okay, there, and then explosiveness. That's good right there.
Big pop up near the Twins dugout. Bauer near the railing makes the catch. A 1-2-3 10 pitch first inning for Jake Odorizzi. the homestand against the Orioles and the Royals, and kind of a tough hand to draw with the Rays coming in. A couple of really good pitchers lined up in the first two games. Here's the Menards batting order in game 2. Joe Mauer, Eddie Rosario, Brian Dozier, Eduardo Escobar, Jorge Polanco, Max Kepler, Robbie Grossman, Jake Cave, Mitch Garver, and they're all going to try to do something against Nathan Eovaldi.
Yeah, tonight's starting pitcher stats are brought to you by Home Furniture. Eovaldi, you can see, making just his 8th start. He had Tommy John surgery for the second time back in August of 2016. Missed all of last year. And he had some loose, what they call loose body parts in his elbow, and he had arthroscopic surgery to remove that. So he's back on the mound. This guy at one time was one tough pitcher when he was with the Yankees.
Well, he's tough right now. Bauer slashes it into the left field corner. Hits the sidewall, and Joe might get held to a single there. Well, Joe lining one sharply between Duffy and the line for a leadoff single.
Yeah, Wendell out in left field played to Karam perfectly. And he kept Joe Mauer to a single.
The ball had gotten past the diagonal wall there. It would have been a double.
Yeah, Joe jumping on that pitch. And you can see how the third baseman was playing him off the line.
Well, Eovaldi in his last start was perfect for 6 innings. And now Mauer lines the second pitch of the ball game for a sharp single. Here's Rosario.
That came 5 days ago against the New York Mets.
A liner to right. Gomez back, hoping for a bounce. He'll play the carom, and Rosario will be held to a single. And 3 pitches into the game, the Twins have 2 rockets for a couple of hits.
Well, Eovaldi has a good fastball. At one time he was clocked around 100 miles an hour. He's got a great split finger, and he'll mix in a slider and a curveball. But the Twins jumping on him early. Another fastball about belly high, and Rosario put a great swing on it. And Mauer at first saw it was going to be hit off the wall, scooted over to third.
And Rosario, as Mauer did before, did the right thing and not trying for a second base. First and third, nobody out, and here's Dozier. A 7-game hitting streak. Down and away, ball 1. And Paul Molitor said of Dozier, it's easy to look at the 7 games and you see the home runs and the doubles and all that, but he says even the outs are impressive. Some near misses, I think he called them, the 400-foot fly balls to center field, and even the takes look good right now with Brian in the batter's box. Swing and a miss there, 1-1. Twins haven't seen Eovaldi for a couple of years since he was back in his Yankee days. There you see the wide open right side of the infield.
Hey, making his 5th career start against the Twins. You can see he has been tough in the first inning.
Popped up.
Get out of here.
Back.
That's out of play.
And out of play. We mentioned it last night. Not only has Eovaldi been tough in the first inning, but the Rays starters or openers, whatever you want to call them, the Rays have not given up a first inning run in 28 games. The Twins had a threat last night, left the bases full, and now another great opportunity here to get on the board first in tonight's game. 1-2 to Dozier. Snell last night ran into some trouble in the first inning, but pitched out of it. Rosario dives back. A high fly to left field. Going back is Wendell. At the wall, makes the catch. Bauer tagging Rosario to second, and the Twins have scored on the Rays in the first inning. And another near miss for Brian Dozier.
Yeah, Brian put good wood on that ball. Drove Wendell all the way against the wall. Good base running by Rosario. Tagging up. Of course, Joe's going to score on this at third base.
You can see Eovaldi's reaction. I think he may have thought Brian hit it 10 feet further for a 3-run home run.
You see Wendell going back right against the wall, almost his back against the wall, got it back in, but Rosario tagging up, gets into scoring position. So Dozier picking up his 43rd run batted in.
3 good at bats to get this game started. Escobar takes strike 1. So for the first time in 29 games, the Rays have given up a first inning run. Now Escobar trying to double the lead. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Eovaldi only 28 years old. Originally came up with the Dodgers back in 2011. He's also pitched for the Florida Marlins and the New York Yankees.
And Rosario pokes him foul. You mentioned Eovaldi's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. To be fair, one of those was back when he was in high school.
Yeah, junior in high school. Yeah. But still, that's still a lot on your arm.
That's a lot of rehab.
Yes.
To have to go through that twice. 2 strikes to Escobar. Came out. Oh, foul tip. The at bat still alive. The Rays signed Eovaldi last year knowing that he wouldn't be able to pitch, in the hopes that he'd be an effective pitcher for them this year. And if any of that sounds familiar, that's kind of what the Twins have done with Michael Pineda.
Yep. Michael Pineda is here in town.
Talked to him today. He's not going to be in town very long. He's so rapidly progressing in his throwing. And he's going to be heading out here next week. We'll talk more about that later. Tap to the right side. It'll be an out. And moving up to third is Rosario. That'll bring up Polanco. Northland Fort defense for the Rays. And a lot of athletes out there. Wendell in left field, Kiermaier in center, Gomez, the veteran, in right field, Duffy, Echeverria, Robertson, Bowers, Ramos behind the plate.
Yeah, one thing Cash can do, he can move all these kids around.
Yep.
I mean, Robertson played third last night. Now he's at second. Wendell, who was at second, now in left field. Bowers was in left field. He's now at first in tonight's ball game.
Here is Polanco. A little bit up, ball 1. Polanco with a big double from the right side of the plate. His first hit from that side of the plate last night. High fly right field. It's got some carry. Going back is Gomez at the wall. Can't make the play. Polanco round second. On his way to third. An RBI triple with 2 out. And it's 2-0.
Eovaldi leaving some pitches up, and the Twins jumping all over that high fastball. See the fastball right there? Maybe a little cutter. Polanco liked it. Gomez going back to the wall. Leaps up just out of his reach. And for Polanco, his first triple of the year, driving in his 5th run.
Well, the pitching coach Kyle Snyder to the mound here in the first inning. He certainly didn't have to do that in Eovaldi's last start when he was perfect through 6 innings. This is what we've seen throughout this homestand. Twins swept the Orioles, took 2 out of 3 with Kansas City, and even through last night's game. And we've seen snapshots of it throughout the season. Single game performances where the at-bats are good, pitching is good, defense is good. But for the first time this year, we've seen some moving pictures of what this team still thinks it can be.
Well, all 3 elements have been playing well. Offense, defense, good pitching.
Kepler with a runner at third and 2 down. Outside ball 1.
I think we talked about that in the open, did we not? Everybody's swinging the bat well right now.
You could make the case that no team had 2 hotter starters than Snell and Eovaldi. Base hit right field, 3-0. And these have all been well struck base hits too, all 4 of them. And the deep fly ball to the warning track and left.
Well, Kepler picking up his 35th run batted in by driving in Polanco, who had tripled. So you always talk location, location. Every pitch looks like it's right there, belt high.
Almost as if it's on a tee. Here is Grossman.
Been there, done that.
Well, you saw where Ramos's target was. It was down and in, and he left it right down the middle of the plate. And Grossman takes a strike. Fouled back because he missed all of last year, although he pitched in the minor leagues last year toward the end of the year just to get some innings in. A lot of people will be watching Eovaldi and seeing how he fares with the 2 outs here. Just 49 innings pitched at this level. Some have mentioned him as a trade candidate, but any inquiring team, I'm sure, would have the very same concerns. Grounded sharply into right field. Kepler will hold up at second, and the Twins have 5 hits and at least 3 runs against Eovaldi.
That ball hit sharply to where Robertson, the second baseman, dove for it and was already by him. So Grossman having a good at bat again. A pitch about thigh high, little cutter. And Kepler stopping at second.
And now the center fielder Jake Cave, 8th man to bat here in the first. And among those watching, Eovaldi's workload and his effectiveness over the course of the season will be Derek Falvey and Thad Levine, because they hope to bring Pineda back next year as a regular in the starting rotation. Down and away a ball. Cave with a 7-game hitting streak coming into play tonight.
Right, that coming in, and so far tonight, Twins left-handers are 5 for 6.
Swing and a miss.
Boy, you look at his 7 previous starts, and all of them, have 8 previous starts. His shortest outing, 5 innings, a couple times. Other than that, he's pitched 6 or 7 innings. So this is not a good start for Eovaldi.
Deep to the left field corner, but foul. 1-2. Most runs he's given up in an outing, 5 7 1/3 innings in New York, but he pitched 7 1/3 innings and gave up 5 runs. 1-2 to Jake Cave. Base hit, left center field. Kepler around third, he will score. And the Twins have hung up 4 on Eovaldi.
Well, Jake Cave got a pitch up and just went with it. His 11th run batted in. As Kepler scores the 4th run of the inning.
Rays have already used a trip to the mound by the pitching coach, but another one center cut right over the middle of the plate. Pretty impressive first inning here. 6 hits, a deep fly ball, and with 2 down, the 9th batter will come to the plate in Mitch Garver. Strike on the outside corner.
Well, I can say one thing, he's throwing strikes, 24 pitches, 19 over the plate.
Problem is Ramos has only caught 11 of them. Outfielders have caught most of them. And Garver swings and misses. Six hits, 4 runs so far. Off the plate. Last 3 starts again for Eovaldi. 19 innings and only 2 runs allowed. 1-2 to Garver. Call back. And in addition to everything else, the pitch count is mounting, closing up close to 30 pitches this inning. Now 2-2. And they're starting to scurry down on the Rays bullpen. For good reason. Mauer started this inning with a sharp single to left. Three and two.
That gives Grossman and Cave a head start.
Full count to Garver. It was 0-2. Chopper toward the hole. Long throw by Echeverria. Really nice play to end the inning. Bullets all over the field. And the Twins put on a first inning ambush and score 4 on Eovaldi and the Rays.
For some clubhouse scoop, Joe Mauer says the vibe right now in the clubhouse is awesome. He said, we learned last year to never quit on ourselves. We learned that it doesn't matter what people outside the clubhouse are saying. We believe we can win. We believe we can get back in this, and we knew this homestand was going to be important. So far, so good. Aaron Slegger's guy, certainly someone to watch here these next couple of days. Does he get in? Does he not? He said he doesn't care. He just wants to take the ball and help the team any way he can. If he comes out of the bullpen the next couple of days, he's fine. He'd love to start on Sunday and redeem himself for that tough start earlier on this homestand, but he's good just taking the ball in any circumstance in a big league stadium. That's exactly what he said. And Byron Buxton, the bad news continues, hurt the wrist. I guess the good news is the x-rays said the wrist is okay, but Paul Molitor said they're waiting for MRI results, and it could be a small DL stint, a 7-dayer if he's in Rochester. So Buxton just having one of those seasons where everything's gone wrong physically.
Yeah, the broken toe, and it all started, of course, with the migraines and now the wrist issue. 1-0. The ball lined hard to left center field, and that ball will get by Rosario to the wall. And Wilson Ramos has a leadoff double here in the second inning.
Ramos, who got a couple hits in last night's ball game with a walk, picks up on a high pitch right there, picks up his 13th double.
Ramos and Salvador Perez, the two all-star catchers.
I don't know if that was supposed to be a slider or a curveball, but it just kind of spun right into that swing zone for Ramos, who hit it in the left center.
Not Joey Wendell, the left fielder. First 3 outs came on just 10 pitches in the first inning for Odorizzi. Strike over the inside corner. When asked by members of the Tampa Bay media about Odorizzi and how he's done and how I tried to explain what he's done effectively for the Twins, they said, yeah, same guy. That's what we saw in 5 years. He hasn't changed much. Popped up, and it'll be back out of play 0-2.
That's why I said that in my scouting report. He is who he is.
Yeah.
You know?
And I don't think Twins fans should be at all disillusioned. He was not acquired to be a number 1 or a number 2 starter. He's, 3, 4, or 5 guy, and he's done just fine.
He's a guy that can eat up some innings. 182 innings is the most he's, 187. It's the most he's thrown a couple years ago with the Rays.
This one poked to right, and Kepler, with an adjustment, makes the catch. Ramos takes 3 steps and goes back to second, 1 away. Now, granted, Odorizzi was the Twins' opening day starter, but there were some reasons for that. Irvin Santana was and still is hurt. I don't think the Twins wanted to dump that on Barrios yet, maybe next year, and they wanted to schedule Barrios so he could pitch in Puerto Rico. There were some other factors along the way that allowed Odorizzi to get the start.
Well, and he pitched great. 6 shutout innings against the Orioles.
Right.
So, he did exactly what he needed to do.
Here's C.J. Cron. Had a tough night at the plate last night, and now he's the designated hitter. Down and away, ball 1.
Cron did get a base hit off of Presley in the 9th inning. Got fastball away and hit it in that hole toward right field. A lot of power. 18 home runs, driven in 46.
Down the middle of strike.
If you heard the interview with Kevin Gord when he asked Odorizzi, about pitching here, is he pumped? And a lot of your former teammates, he said, well, there's only maybe about a handful left. So like Cron wasn't with the Rays last year, he was with the Angels.
Cron with 3 strikeouts before his base hit in the 9th inning yesterday. 2-1. And now 3-1. I mentioned last night that the Rays got rid of a lot of power hitters. Logan Morrison, who ended up with the Twins. Evan Longoria traded. Last year the Rays hit 228 home runs. This year they're on a pace to hit 2/3 of that number, 146. Less than a home run per game. Popped up right side. There's only one infielder there, and it's Mauer. But that's a rather sharp drop. I mean, the Rays showed a lot of power last year. That was a big part of their offense. Now they're trying to, score runs other ways because they don't have the power. Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Jake Cave getting center field, Rosario in left, Kepler in right. And then the standard infield, Escobar, Polanco, Dozier, and Bauer, with Mitch Garver getting the start behind the plate.
Well, the Rays, of course, an organization that can't keep too many players too long. If they have to pay them, they end up selling them or giving them away in trades. So they've kind of gone back to the youth movement. Even Robertson right here, only 24 years old. They got him in a trade when they traded Ben Zobrist over to the Oakland A's.
On the outside corner, 1-1. 3 times last night the Rays got a leadoff double and only scored a run once. Ramos started the second inning with a double. Now 2 outs later, he's still at second.
It's funny how that goes, because even on that last road trip, the Twins would start a double, leadoff double, and he wouldn't score. So now all of a sudden, I guarantee you, maybe a leadoff double, whoever does it for the Twins, he's going to score.
Right.
It's a hit or miss throughout the season, ups and downs. But you get back into ball games with that leadoff double and then finding a way for Ramos to score. Now there's 2 outs and Ramos is still at second.
1-2 from Odorizzi to Robertson. Two and 2. Well, the Twins have jumped out on the Rays here 4-0. The Indians jumped out on the Yankees 4-0 in Cleveland, but now the Yankees have scored 3 runs and it's 4-3 in the 5th.
10 pitches in the first, 14 so far here in the second. Get it out right here. Keep that pitch count down early on.
Foul back.
Odorizzi, only 6 times this year he's worked 6 innings. He's never started the 7th inning. Mainly because of the pitch count. Averaging about just over 19 pitches per inning. Most in baseball.
Another 2-2. Another foul ball.
And guys like Robertson don't help either. Put the ball in play. Let's go.
And he's saying, groove one, and I'll be glad to put one in play. Another 2-2 to Robertson. Odorizzi trying to pick up his 5th win of the year here tonight.
Jake, 28 years old. He was a Milwaukee Brewers #1 pick back in 2008, 32nd overall out of Highland High School in Breeze. Born in Breeze, Illinois.
Swung on and missed. And Odorizzi pitches around the leadoff double. It's still 4-0. Evaldi didn't give up a hit till the 7th, and the Twins got 6 of them in the first tonight.
But again, location, location, location. You can see a lot of the pitches pretty much right down the heart of the plate, and the Twins offense took advantage of those pitches. With 6 hits, 4 runs.
Well, Joe Mauer started it with a line drive single down the left field line. There's a strike on the outside corner. Strike 2 over the inside corner. Well, a better start to the inning already. I don't think I said the word corner during Evaldi's first inning.
Well, yeah, but Joe's got him right where he wants him.
0-2. In the dirt.
That's probably the split finger right there. When he's on, it's fastball, split finger, and then the breaking balls.
Checked his swing. 2-2. .30 pitches in the first inning for Evaldi. 2-2. And now 3-2.
And typical Joe Mauer at bat. You know, you get ahead 0-2, and then you start nitpicking a little bit, and now it's 3-2.
And a walk. He had him 0-2 and lost him. And that'll bring up Rosario. Eddie Rosario got his first hit in his first at bat. And what we've seen is a lot of multiple hit games, or DQ combination.
Yeah, Francisco Lindor with 38, tied with Martinez of Boston with 38, and then there's Rosario in 4th. With 34.
Maybe, just maybe, what we're seeing from Rosario as he uncoils is, if this is, it makes no sense because he doesn't give the impression of being relaxed, but you wonder whether he didn't feel some pressure in the weeks leading up to the All-Star selection to keep getting hits in multiples and maybe over swinging a bit. We saw last night, after the fact, after it's apparent that he's not going to go to the All-Star game unless something unfortunate happens to somebody else, more what we saw in the first 3 months of the year.
I think that's, you know, also the maturity of someone that is all of a sudden coming into a zone you want to impress. And if you're going to go to the All-Star game, you want that average to be 800.
He strikes out here, 1 away.
Oh, good changeup right there. Evaldi picking up his first strikeout.
I mentioned it in the open. Brian Dozier, the last couple of years, has been a much better hitter in the second half. And wouldn't you know it, we turn the calendar page from June to July, and Brian looks like the August hitter he's been the last couple of years. Almost hit a 3-run home run in the first. Sent Wendell to the wall and left for a sacrifice fly. Strike 1.
See, the velocity is there at 98 miles an hour. A lot of rehab coming off of Tommy John surgery. Missed all of last year. Ouch.
Got the catcher Ramos and bounded over the backstop. top of the helmet. 2 strikes to Dozier. At the end of the bat, Eovaldi looks at second. There was no one there, so he flips to first, and Mauer goes to second, 2 away. We'll bring up Escobar. Mauer at second with 2 down. Escobar hit a ground ball to second his first time up. He just joined us. The Twins got 6 hits and 4 runs in the first inning. All 9 men batted. And a swinging strike 1. 3 for 5 tonight with runners in scoring position. And all those 5 at bats coming in the first inning. On the ground, hit right to Robertson. A leadoff walk to Mauer, but Eovaldi pitches a scoreless second inning. Why not? Twins up 4-0. Monday, July 30th, it's College of St. Benedict and St. John's University night at Target Field. A limited number of St. Benedict and St. John's theme night ticket packages are available that include a game ticket, white and red Twins cap. Learn more at twinsbaseball.com/CSBSJU or call 800-33-TWINS. Carlos Gomez will lead off the third for the Rays, then Adeiny Echeverria and Kevin Kiermaier. Gomez had a walk-off home run against the Twins in St. Petersburg back in April, but it's not been a real good year for Gomez. To left center field, Rosario chasing it, and he dropped the ball on the warning track. And Gomez will have second base, and a long throw that's terribly offline. And now Gomez thinks about coming all the way home. So Rosario ran to the warning track and had it in his glove, but it came out, and it'll be a leadoff triple.
Yeah, we'll see that from time to time with Rosario. Great effort right there. Looked like he hit the heel of his glove. Gomez on the breaking ball. And right there at the heel of his glove, bounced out. And we've seen this part too of Rosario. After he drops it, he'll go get it and then just let it fly. And it'll be a double for Gomez and an error charged to Rosario, his 7th of the year out in left field.
So a double, not an error, and here's a fly to right. Kepler setting up for a catch and throw. Gomez setting up for a tag, and he'll just bluff. Two-hop throw from Kepler right to the plate, one away. So one away. And now Kiermaier. So the extra base on the air notwithstanding, now this is the 5th leadoff double that the Rays have had in 12 innings, and so far they've only scored once.
Yeah, let's keep it at that.
Kiermaier struck out his first time up against Odorizzi. Corner infielders up, middle infielders back. Strike one.
The scouting report on Kiermaier, definitely pitch him hard in.
Open stance, away from the plate. 0-2.
Well, Mitch Garver sitting inside. Odorizzi ahead in the count.
Kiermaier striking out one out of every 3 at bats.
Odorizzi has that two-seamer that'll start inside and then work its way back over that corner.
Ooh.
That's the second time he's kind of airmailed that ball outside where Garver sat down and in. You see where Garver's set up, and you see for the second straight pitch, Garver had to go to his left to get it.
2-2. Up high. Kiermaier laying off that 93-mile-per-hour fastball. Matt Duffy on deck. Odorizzi knocks it down. Gomez comes home, and then he throws it wildly. And Gomez got some appendage on the plate. So the run scores, and Odorizzi had him dead to rights at the plate, but he threw wildly.
And we'll see how they rule it here. Odorizzi knocked it down and then kind of was turned around a little bit and saw Gomez was going home and then threw it toward the Gomez. Gomez had to leap to get a foot on the bag over Garver.
It'll be an error to Odorizzi. Kiermaier reaching on a fielder's choice. No RBI. And the batter now is Matt Duffy. So 2 errors in the inning. And it took that for the Rays to get a run after another leadoff double. Fouled into the seats. 1 strike. Duffy hit a ground ball to Escobar to start the ball, or for the second out of the first inning.
Duffy putting together a very solid season. Duffy coming over from the San Francisco Giant organization in the Matt Moore trade back in 2016.
It's a function of the market size. You see it in Oakland too. Players who are approaching their prime, and they get dealt for younger players. Outside, and it's 1-1. Now, in St. Petersburg, the biggest issue is the ballpark. And there are plans now to build a new one. Funding has not been decided upon. That's the big issue. But they've gotten blueprints.
I don't know why that would be.
It's only, what, $900 million, something like that. 1-1. Could be 2.
Turn it.
1, 2, a double play. The Rays get one back, a double and a couple of errors. It's 4-1.
Let's go back to 1993. Kirby Puckett was named the most valuable player of the 1993 All-Star Game. He had a home run and a double in the American League's 9-3 win at Camden Yards.
Miss that smile.
And we all do. That was a very memorable All-Star Game because of Mr. Puckett's performance. The MVP of the All-Star Game was on this date back in 1993. Chopper up the right side. Will be a tough play, and Polanco should reach with an infield hit. Bowers went to the ball. Eovaldi went to the bag, but they didn't click on a connection, and I think Polanco should get an infield hit there.
Yeah, he should get an infield hit, but it was not done properly right there. Take a look right here, kind of a swinging bunt. Eovaldi gets over, he can't get it. Your job is to get over there, and then you see that's tough right there when you're trying to find the baseball. Bauer spinning around and then softly Eovaldi trying to get it in his glove and touch the bag at the same time.
Here's Kepler, line drive single to right, and a run scored in the first. Big leg kick. Now a chopper to first. Out there needs to be a tag, but Polanco is safe. So Kepler's out, and on the play, Polanco goes to second.
Good hustle right there by Polanco. They do give Polanco an infield base hit, his second hit of the ball game, just to make sure. Polanco's at second base now with 1 out.
And Robbie Grossman will hit. Grossman singled. Again, the Twins got 6 hits and 4 runs in the first inning and did not hit one out of the ballpark. Up and away, ball 1. Polanco runs well. Hit to the outfield should score him. Up and away again, 2-0. This will be the 50th pitch for Eovaldi. Polanco dives back, short of the bag, and then got up and got there.
Echeverria kind of right behind the bag, so you don't know. You see that pitcher spin around, you have to get back to the bag.
And now a strike, 2-1. Swing and a miss. And it's 2-2.
Again, good fastball, 97 miles an hour.
I was talking with Michael Pineda today, who's trying to do what Eovaldi did last year, build himself back up, rehabbing from Tommy John surgery. And Pineda said he feels like the ball's coming out of his hand really well, and he's able to locate. What we've seen from Eovaldi here, clearly his other starts have been much better, but the inability to locate. Now it's gotten better since the first inning, but we'll look at the velocity next year from Pineda, and we'll hopefully see 95 to 97. But ultimately, it'll come down to whether he can locate the ball. 3-2. Inside, nearly hit him, and it's a ball for a walk that will fill first base for Jake Cave.
Second walk for the Twins.
You can catch baseball's biggest stars for an unforgettable show from the nation's capital, the MLB All-Star Game, Tuesday at 6:30 p.m. Central, only on Fox, or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. Cave with an RBI single his first time out. Outside, ball one.
I mentioned Eovaldi, 28 years old. Originally, he was born in Houston, Texas, but lives in Alvin, Texas, and that's where Nolan Ryan is from. And he said growing up, everything was about Nolan. Billboards everywhere. He said that he finally got to meet Nolan when he was pitching against the Houston Astros with the Yankees.
When Nolan was working as an executive with the Rangers, he would sit right by the on-deck circle by the home dugout.
Him and his wife Ruth.
Right.
Yep.
But I thought, now how intimidating would that be for a visiting pitcher to have the man that so many idolize, and if you were a power pitcher at all, he was the guy. And he's watching every move you're making. Now it's different if you're the home pitcher, because A, it's happened to you before, and Nolan's pulling for you to do well out there, but always felt for the visiting pitchers in Texas with Mr. Ryan watching. 1-2. You're armed with an 87-mile-per-hour fastball, and there's a 60-year-old man watching who could probably still throw it harder than you can. Mound visit here from Ramos.
That'll be the second mound visit for the Rays. At an arc where Eovaldi had pitched a good ball game against the Astros, and he met Nolan Ryan after the ball game and asked Nolan if he gave him any advice, and he said no. Well, that's not my job. I just congratulate him. I want him to say hello. Went to the same high school.
Cave with a drive to left. Wendell back, and that ball's over his head, and one hops the wall. Polanco will score. Grossman to third. Cave is 2 for 2 with 2 runs batted in. The ball just jumps off his bat to all field.
That's what I was going to say. One thing you can see from Jake Cave, when he makes contact, that ball jumps off his bat. Wendell playing really pretty shallow, but this ball hit over his head in left field. Good extension right there. Wendell has to play the carom. One hops the fence. For Cave, his 5th double of the year, driving in his 2nd run of the ball game, now with 12 on the season.
Another chance for Mitch Garver to drive in some runs. He came up with 2 on and 2 out in the 1st inning and hit a ground ball to short. Now the infield's in. Fouled away. We've said the same thing about Garver. We've seen the ball jump off of his bat. His home runs are no doubters. We'll try to barrel one up here and add another run or 2 to the lead. Twins come right back and get another run in their half of the 3rd inning. The line foul. 2 strikes.
Garver a little ahead of that changeup. Action in the bullpen.
Andrew Kittredge. 10 relief pitchers the Rays have. Two strikes to Garver, trying to put the ball in play and add another run. Oh, rocket. An absolute rocket caught by Duffy. And Garver, frustrated, heads back to the dugout. 2 down.
They put a great swing on that, but Duffy reaches up and snares that line drive for the 2nd out.
That's self-defense.
That'll break in your glove.
And now Mauer is singled and walked. Frustrating road trip for the Twins where they couldn't get 2-out hits in situations like this. Now it seems like more often than not they're getting them. Ball 1. Twins ended up with 4 2-out hits in their 4-run 1st inning. A hit to the outfield here might make it a 3-run inning. Two and 0. Strike call, 2-1. Three and 1. First base open. Rosario on deck. Pretty good hitters there. You look at Mauer's batting average with runners in scoring position. .332. A high blast to center. Kiermaier going back. It is gone. A 3-run home run for Joe Mauer. Four runs in the 1st and 4 more here in the 3rd.
Joe hitting his 3rd home run, his 2nd 3-run home run on the year. And the Twins open up this ball game. 3-1 fastball, straightaway center.
Last night the Rays started this series with red-hot Blake Snell on the mound. He only was able to give them 3 innings. And tonight, Eovaldi gives them even less than that. 2 2/3. He's knocked out with the Twins leading 8-1. Get a bigger one than the one Joe Mauer just got. Straightaway center field, a home run. Statcast powered by AWS. About 106 miles per hour as it left the plate off the base of the batter's eye. And the Twins, again, with kind of a tough draw with the Tampa Bay Rays pitching staff getting their two hottest pitchers, Snell and Eovaldi, and they go a combined 5 2/3 innings. Andrew Kittredge will try to wrap up the bottom of the third.
Kittredge, 28 years old, in his third recall with the Rays this year. Just got called up a couple days ago. Hard throwing right-hander, fastball, slider, changeup.
Rosario swings and misses. A single and a run scored in the first and a strikeout in the second.
Kittredge making his 15th relief appearance. He did make 3 starts for the Rays. 18 2/3 innings, 27 hits allowed.
Sharply hit and past the reach of Echeverria. And the Twins aren't done yet in the third. Echeverria reached for him. Ball hit so hard, and I guess that's what's amazing. It's one thing if you're Eovaldi and you're giving up a lot of hits, but they were, with the exception of Polanco's infield hit, they were all scalded line drives. There's Dozier.
I just saw Rosario, another multi-hit, 35 on the season. Twins have their hitting shoes on here today. 10 hits already.
Dozier takes outside. On the outside corner. And another called strike, 1 and 2. Tapper up the line. Duffy throws him out to end the inning. But for the second time in this series, the Twins knock out the Rays starter early, adding 4 more runs here in the third. Xfinity.
Wow, Twins opened up the game with 6 hits in the bottom of the first inning. 4 runs, took a 4-0 lead. JK right there driving in a run. There's the run driven in by Jake Cave last inning. In the bottom of the inning, and then followed by a couple of hitters later, Joe Mauer. 3rd home run of the year. 2nd 3-run home run.
And Odorizzi now with a 7-run lead. First pitch popped up. It'll reach the seats. 1 strike. One strike to Bowers. Fouled out to Bowers first time up, right at the railing of the Twins dugout. Hit well down the right field line. Kepler hoping for a carom, but it is off the top of the limestone. No, they're saying home run. First base umpire James Hoy said it went out.
Tag him.
And the call is made, but the Twins might take a look at it here and ask for a crew chief review from here. And we're 500 feet from it, but from here it looked like it hit the corner of the limestone.
Yes, here comes Paul.
Yeah. And then the question will be, where do you place the runners if in fact the call is made or overturned? There's the flight of the ball. That's not a home run. It looked like it hit the corner right.
It's got a little bit
there.
Of extra limestone that's put up there.
It never left the ballpark.
Right.
So they will look at it, and then I would imagine they'll place Bowers at second base. It'll be another leadoff double for the Rays. At least that's how we think this will end up being ruled. Bowers, it right now is his 4th home run of the year, but we don't think it's going to last. I think every replay we've shown clearly showed that the ball hit the corner of the limestone and came back onto the field.
Take another look right there, and you could see it hit the right off the top of that limestone, maybe about a 4-inch area, and then bounce back into play.
Yeah, James Hoy, the first base umpire, was about 10 feet, 20 feet out on the outfield grass down the foul line, and he's the one who called it a home run.
They had that planter box right behind the limestone, which they do really around the stadium, and usually it's a home run. That ball will go into one of those planters.
It'll be a double. The 3rd inning in a row where the Rays have started the inning with a double.
Well, Bowers credited with a double, his 12th of the year. He picked up 3 hits in last night's game.
Kevin Cash wanted an explanation, but the replay seemed pretty obvious what happened. So it's a leadoff double, and now Ramos will bat. Ramos with the leadoff double, but he never got as far as third base. The run that the Rays got in the 3rd because of the 2 errors was unearned. It counts, but it's an unearned run. And now a base hit to left. Bowers to 3rd. He'll be held there. And a couple of former Twins are stinging the ball here at Target Field. Ramos has 2 hits, and Gomez has another.
Right, another breaking ball right there, hung right down the heart of the plate. Ramos put a good swing on it. Double and a single for him. Had a couple hits in last night's ball game, a double and a single.
Replay presented by Jeep. Now 1st and 3rd, and nobody out. Wendell will bat. He lined out to Kepler his first time up. It's playing the infield back. They'll gladly exchange a run for a double play grounder. Instead, it's a third hit and what, 4 pitches this inning? And it's a quick start to the 4th inning for the Rays, and it's 8-2.
Hey, let's do this again.
Gonna get that ball down. Marvin Alston, the pitching coach, out to talk to Odorizzi.
C.J. Cron will bat. A 1-2-3 first. A double in the second, a double in the third, but now 3 straight hits to begin the 4th.
That's the only thing when you're a high strike type thrower for Odorizzi. He doesn't get a lot of ground balls. Most of them hit in the air. That double play turned last inning, only his 7th double play turned behind him, this being his 20th start.
Cron popped up to Mauer his first time up. There's the first pitch strike. One and one. Cron has hit into 8 ground ball double plays. Team leader is Ramos. He's grounded into 17 double plays this year. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. High and deep to center. Going back is Cave and makes the catch. And a base running blunder by Ramos. He left too early. And so there will be no advance. Wendell was near second base, anticipating the ball wouldn't be caught. But at least Ramos, and he knows it, should be standing at third base.
Yeah, made a mistake right there by Ramos. Great catch by Cave again. Utilizing the whole field. He knew exactly where he was. He leaps, makes a nice catch. See, Ramos thought about going. I still don't know why he didn't go.
Well, I think he thought that he might have left early. He was leaning. And I think he maybe felt he left too early and had to go back. Ball 1. Well, the Twins catch a break. Still only 1 out in the inning. Robertson struck out his first time up. He's taken ball 1 here in the 4th. Off the end of the bat. Nice pickup by Mauer, and Odorizzi's there. Nice play by Joe Mauer. Very similar to the base hit that Grossman got last night out of the right-handed batter's box. This time the Twins had a first baseman who could get there.
Right off the end of the bat, you can see the spin on the ball, and Joe gets it and then flipping it over to Odorizzi. Both runners advance, but the Twins get the second out.
And now Gomez, who drilled a double out of the glove of Rosario on the warning track in left center. I've seen Gomez do this to the Twins before.
That's a nice play by Joe Mauer.
Swinging at the first pitch very aggressively. Takes up high, ball 1. .50 pitches for Odorizzi. And with any location And good luck at all, he'll be able to get out of the 4th inning with just over 50 pitches. 2-0. Inning started with 3 straight hits and a run.
Good strike to ball ratio. It's like 2-1.
Very close.
Close as you can get.
Well, 3-0. Echeverria on deck. Bet you Bucky swings.
Okay, you're on. You owe me $1. Threw him a curveball. Gomez looking fastball. Keep your money. I don't want it.
I don't have any ones anyway.
You don't have any ones anyway?
No.
Only have those hundreds?
Yeah, that's me. 3-1 to Gomez.
Been trying to pass that 100 off for 2 years now. There's strike 2. Should have swung at that one. We would have been even.
Got me out of a lot of $1 payoffs.
Good fastball away.
Full count to Carlos Gomez.
See what Jake throws here. Breaking ball.
Missed inside.
Try to change up. Down and in.
So now they're loaded up for the number 9 batter, Adeiny Echeverria.
First walk for Odorizzi.
Somehow you need to find a way to get out of this. Just give up the 1 run. Former teammates exchanging smiles at first base.
Always smiling, Carlos Gomez.
Well, it wasn't when he attacked the water cooler a few days ago. He made the rest of us smile. Echeverria with a fly to right his first time up.
He jumped on the first pitch.
Missing up high.
Got to get back down in the strike zone. Odorizzi.
Fouled away, 1-1. They're going to the 8th inning. Cleveland leading the Yankees 6-3 at Progressive Field. See if the Cleveland bullpen can hang on to that 3-run lead. One and one to Echeverria. Very high again. Or is he really struggling here? We were talking about him getting out of the inning with around 50 pitches, and now we're getting close to 60.
Yeah, this would be pitch number 20 this inning.
Two and one.
This is where Jake kind of slows down a little bit. Put your defense on the heels.
All the way again. See that fastball, and he gets a lot of swings and misses with it. 93, 94 miles per hour up at the top tier or above the strike zone. Don't want the count to go to 3-2. And it's gone to 3-2. Everyone will take off. Ramos from third, Wendell from second, Gomez from first.
All fastballs so far in this at bat to Echeverria.
Got him. Upstairs at 94. Odorizzi gives up one, but it could have been much worse.
Baseball, we go down to the world champs house in Houston. Look at Alex Bregman. Holy cow. Tell the conductor, time to wake up, time to move the train. Woo! 20th of the year, 63 RBIs now. Dallas Keuchel dealing tonight. 5 shutout innings. They're up on Detroit 3-0. Houston guys 62 and 34. But Seattle won't go away. Those pesky Mariners just 3 games back, but Bregman just mashed that one tonight.
And the train is moving. That way, Kev.
Remember when Houston came in here in late May last year and they had Bregman hitting 9th. And I thought to myself, my goodness, how good is this team? He's hitting 9th? He's not hitting 9th anymore. Fly ball center field. Kiermaier backpedals. 1 down. And the Mariners got some bad news last night. A short start for James Paxton. And they put him on the disabled list today with lower back inflammation. Threw just 17 pitches, gave up a couple home runs.
That was a big thing in Seattle, if they could keep him healthy. And on the DL, now hopefully, that lower back inflammation will only be 10 days. They need him.
Meanwhile, Oakland just keeps putting on the pressure. They keep winning. And the Mariners put Felix Hernandez on the disabled list, 5 days before that, I believe, 4 days. One 1-0 to Polanco. Already has a triple and a single. Pitches up, 2-0. Oakland the Bay Area Series playing at AT&T Park tonight. 3-0 now to Polanco. And the Angels put Albert Pujols on the disabled list today. First time he's been on the disabled list in 5 years.
Hit 2 home runs yesterday.
Tired. One thing that's happened, and I'm not suggesting that in the case of Pujols or Paxton or any other injury this time of the year, teams, when the disabled list was shortened from 15 to 10 days, you've got 4 days built in with the All-Star break. 3-1. A high fly to right field.
Just got underneath it. Gomez underneath.
2 down. So if there's a tweak or something that doesn't feel right, you can shut the player down for a week and a half, 10 days. But 4 days will be eaten up by the All-Star break in the hopes that that player will come back then right after the break. 2 down. Here's Kepler.
That is a 10-day DL. It's not a 10-game DL.
Right. And Paul Molitor made the distinction regarding Byron Buxton too. Now in the minor leagues, it's a 7-day DL. So in the hope that Byron just tweaked something in his wrist and there's nothing structurally wrong, the MRI will prove or disprove that. 1-0 to Kepler. Right off the end of the bat. And the Twins go down 1-2-3 in the fourth. Yeah, he gets my vote too. The Pepsi fan of the game. Oh my, is he excited to be here? That is priceless. Kevin Kiermaier will lead off the 5th inning against Nate Odorizzi. See if he can get the leadoff man.
Well, I was going to say, you have short-term goals and long-term goals. We all do. And for Jake Odorizzi, get the leading lady. Last 3 innings, each hitter has started off with a double.
1-0 to Kiermaier. Has struck out and reached on a fielder's choice. Popped up, out of play, 1-1. You remember the first game you ever went to? I don't know. This might be the 5th game that young guy went to. The first major league game you ever went to.
Yeah, L.A. with my pops. Saw the Dodgers. Koufax against Marichal. We were up a nosebleed, way up there.
It's to left. Rosario charging. He's got to play it on a hop, and it's a leadoff single. So another leadoff hit for the Rays, and back to the stretch goes Odorizzi.
And I think you mentioned it was at the Met, correct?
Yeah, but then I had and I told the story on one of the road trips when I wasn't working with you. I do have a vague memory of, and I'm not sure which went, whether this one was first or the Met Stadium one, at Old Sportsman's Park, and we got there late, and the crowd, as we were getting to our seats, went crazy because Stan Musial hit a home run, and I didn't see it because we got there late.
How old were you then?
I
Yes.
6, 7 maybe.
Right.
I have more vivid memories of Met Stadium. And this one dumped into the short outfield in right field. Kiermaier with a good break. He's on his way to third base. So neither ball hit well, both to the opposite field. And a couple of wedges, and the Rays are in business again.
Well, again, pitches up in the zone right there. Duffy fought that off, hit it into short right field. You could see that where the pitch was wanted by Garver. The Ball ran in on Duffy. He just flared it into right.
And now Bowers, who hit a leadoff double in the fourth. Ray started the fourth inning with 3 straight hits. Outside corner. Ooh, strike one.
A slow curveball.
That drew a look from Bowers. It looked like it was outside. And now low, 1-1. One other injury note regarding the Indians. They did not put Corey Kluber on the disabled list, but they gave him an injection in his right knee, and he's not going to go to the All-Star game in the hopes that the injection will allow him to pitch better out of the break. 2-1.
And that opened up the door for Blake Snell to
Right.
make the All-Star team. So the Rays will have 2 representatives there, Ramos and Snell.
But they wouldn't have injected the knee unless there was an issue with the knee. So that might be worth charting as the second half moves along. 2-1 to Bowers. Now 3-1. Odorizzi did a nice job dancing out of the fire in the fourth, giving up just 1 run. But now he's in danger of filling the bases with nobody out. And now there's a hint of activity in the Twins bullpen.
And the Rays got a pretty good hitting ball club, hitting .251, 6th best in the American League.
Deep to right center. Cave tracking it, looking for a carom. That's gone. A 3-run home run, and it is 8-5.
Well, Bowers, who almost hit a home run last inning off the top of the limestone and right, this time makes sure he gets it over the wall. So Bowers hitting his 4th major league home run, and it's a big 3-run home run.
And now 5 runs, 4 of them earned against Odorizzi, and a really rough start to his 5th inning.
Another pitch up in the zone, and Bowers put a good swing on it. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to be moving around out in that bullpen.
Now here's Ramos, who already has 2 hits tonight. Ball 1. Everything was going along swimmingly through 3 innings, just 1 unearned run. Then the Rays got 3 hits and a walk in the 4th, and 3 hits and 3 runs early here in the 5th. On the ground, Polanco has it, and finally the first out of the inning. And now Wendell.
And there is action in the Twins bullpen. Alan Buznitz starting to loosen up. You have to go 5 innings to qualify for a win.
Over the inside corner, strike 1. Wendell lined out to Kepler and then drove in a run with a single. This is a night, you can tell right away, this is a night where the ball is carrying. We saw it in Mauer's home run. We saw it in Polanco's triple. Cave's double. So we might not be done yet. Very slow breaking ball, missing the outside corner. It's 2-1.
Again, Odorizzi came into this ballgame. His last 3 starts only allowed 2 runs over 17 innings. That home run, the 16th he's allowed.
Outside again. 3-1. C.J. Cron on deck. Ooh. And Odorizzi ends up hitting Wendell, sending him to first base.
He slipped as his left foot hit the mound as it came down. So Odorizzi charged with a hit batsman, his 6th of the year. Garver out to talk to him, a mound visit.
Well, here comes the manager. He's going to make a pitching change. Can't let this get out any further. Clearly, Odorizzi, whether it's the 3rd time through the batting order or whatever, it's just not been a good 5th inning. And Odorizzi unable to complete 5 innings, even though this team gave him 8 runs to work with. It's still 8-5, and Alan Buznitz will pitch next. On Fox Sports North is presented by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities. By Grand Casino, the best stories start here. And by Wisconsin Dells, the water park capital of the world. Rays staging a comeback. They've knocked out the Twins starter thanks to a 3-run home run by Jake Bowers. Twins still in front, 8-5. But a runner at first, 1 down, and Alan Buznitz is going to try to come in and put out the 5th inning fire.
Yeah, Buznitz in his 3rd stint with the Twins, getting called up a couple days ago. He did make a relief appearance against the Royals here, 1 inning. And gave up a run on a couple hits. Excuse me, he pitched 2 innings in that outing, making his 8th appearance overall.
Crone, the batter, was 0 for 2 against Odorizzi. Away, ball 1. Buznitz starting him with a breaking ball. To right center field. Off the wall, played well by Cave, but now he fumbles it. Crone will go to second. Here comes a runner home, and he will score, and it is 8-6. Crone cracking a double off the fence in right center field, and it's a 4-run inning for the Rays. And Crone's at second with 1 away.
Well, Wendell got a good jump at first base right there. He saw that ball was going to be in the gap, and he hit his speed rounded 3rd and was sent home.
Cave tried to barehand it after skidding on the grass. And Wendell scampered all the way home.
That run charged to Odorizzi, so his line is done.
And now the tying run to the plate. Robertson comes to the plate. And a 1-0 count to him. Tapper, fair ball. Escobar has a long throw, scooped at first by Bauer.
Nice play all around.
A big out in the middle of this 5th inning. And as a third baseman, you can't have a longer throw than Escobar's.
Then you have to get rid of it too. Robertson gets down that line pretty quickly. You see that ball in foul territory. Escobar trying to get a little extra on it, and Joe, good pick over at first base.
And now Carlos
Watch
Gomez.
him plant his back foot and wheel and throw. And Joe getting that one hop for the second out. And Crone stays at second.
Gomez with a double and a walk. And Buznitz misfires outside.
Tell you what, Eduardo Escobar has played great defense at third base. Really, any place you put him.
Gomez tried to tie the game with that swing. Mainly at third base, he's only committed 3 errors. One and one to Gomez. 1-2.
Now you have to touch that curveball. Gomez will swing at a breaking ball out of the strike zone.
Gomez hung one 2 pitches ago. Rogers getting loose. Kiermaier hopefully will bat sometime in the 6th inning. 1-2. Elevated fastball, 2-2.
That to me is a wasted pitch. Trust your curveball right here.
It's to right. Kepler on the track. And Buznitz kept Gomez in the yard and kept the Twins in front 8-6.
Video with hashtag Hats Off for Heroes. For each post, T-Mobile will donate $1 to support veterans.
8-6 now. The Twins take on the Royals Saturday, August 4th, and before the game, Johan Santana will be inducted into the Twins Hall of Fame. The first 10,000 fans in attendance will get a Johan Santana Twins Hall of Fame bobblehead presented by Delta Airlines. Go to twinsbaseball.com/tickets to learn more. Those are always a lot of fun. I'm lucky enough to be able to MC those things, and they're fun for me just because in my inner core I'm a Twins fan. So we'll look forward to Johan's induction on the 4th. Robbie Grossman takes inside. It's 2-0. Grossman, Cave, and Garver. The Twins need to perhaps do some more scoring here if they're going to win tonight.
Yeah, Kittredge retired the last 4 batters. He came in first hitter. Rosario got a base hit. Other than that, shut the door.
That's down the left field line to the corner, chased by Wendell. He's not going to get there, and it bounces into the seats for an automatic double. Just what the Twins needed, with the Rays getting all their leadoff doubles, and now the Twins get one in the 5th.
And Robbie picks up his 2nd hit, his 13th double of the year. Took that pitch away and hit it away. Ball sliced away from Wendell. Bounced on the warning track into the crowd. The young lady made a nice catch with that big glove. Very nice.
Here's Cave. He's already got an RBI single and an RBI double. Swinging through strike 1. They're in the 9th inning in Cleveland with the Indians leading 6-4.
Well, Jake knows what he needs to do right here, and that's try to advance Grossman from 2nd to 3rd, if not home. See the shift put on by the Rays.
Ooh, line foul. And it's 0-2. Cave took care of his hitting streak right away with a RBI single in the 1st. And he had an RBI double, later scored a run in the 3rd. Kittredge trying for a strikeout. It will be his first of the game. And he got it, pulled the string. And Cave has gone on strikes. And now Garver. Garver bounced out to end the 1st inning. He came up with runners at 2nd and 3rd and only 1 out. He had a blistering line drive to Duffy, who made the catch, but then Mauer followed with a 3-run home run. Breaking ball, strike 1.
Twins have been doing a great job with runners in scoring position since July 5th.
And just halfway through the game, they've had 10 such at bats. One and 1 to Garver. Two and 1. Inside 3 and 1.
Yeah, he tried that split finger. Got the slider, the split finger, and the fastball. Kittredge originally signed with the Mariners, traded over to the Rays in 2016 during the winter.
And a walk will put Garver aboard. First and second one down. Now the top of the order, starting with Mauer. Fourth plate appearance for Mauer. We're only in the 5th inning. He has a single and a run scored, a walk, and a 3-run home run. Middle of strike.
Joe really starting to swing the bat well. 7-game hitting streak. Here's a home run straightaway center. That gave the Twins a 8-1 lead. The Rays have fought back.
Have they ever? One in the fourth, four in the fifth. Tried to pull the ball, swung on and missed. Something at 84 miles per hour.
I think that's that split finger he has.
He's 0-2 now. See where the right fielder's playing. Joe already has a single and a home run. If he can pull it down the right field line, he'll get his triple. Down and in. Can I get my dollar back? But this count will go to 3-2.
A good chance. I don't know if I want to lose that dollar you never paid me.
One and two to Mauer. Two and two. Kittredge had retired 4 men in a row before Grossman's double. Did manage to strike out Kay, but then he walked the number 9 batter. Two and two to Mauer. Three and two. Now we're even.
Good thing I didn't bet.
Rosario on deck. No activity in the Rays bullpen. Full count to Joe Mauer. Tap to the right side. And they get the lead runner. Echeverria dropped the ball in the exchange. So Garver will be out at second. Mauer reaching on a fielder's choice.
Well, Bauer's going to his right. You can see the ball kind of slipped out of his glove a little bit, but right to Echeverria, and in the exchange, you see the ball mishandled, but the out is recorded at second.
And now Rosario, who has 2 singles. We talked throughout this homestand about how well the Twins have done getting clutch 2-out hits. They could use one right here from Rosario. Fouled back. Sat back on that off-speed pitch and just missed it.
Well, he got a base hit off of Kittredge, the first batter that Kittredge faced. That in the 3rd inning.
Swung on and missed. And it's 0-2. A couple of good off-speed pitches, but now Kittredge trying to figure out if he can muster up another one. Oh my goodness, look where they're playing now with 2 strikes. Robbie Grossman could walk home from third base. And he got Rosario on 3 mid-80s pitches. The Twins threaten, waste a leadoff double. It's still 8-6. Enjoy one of the most vibrant art scenes in the country, featuring renowned theater, music, and visual art centers. Several outstanding community theaters, art galleries, and art centers throughout the state feature regional artisans and add to Minnesota's arts appeal. Find endless ideas for the perfect getaway at exploreminnesota.com. Share your favorites with #OnlyInMN. Well, we got a ball game here tonight. At one point, the Twins had an 8-1 lead, but now it's 8-6. And Echeverria will lead things off against Alan Buznitz.
Let's see if we can get that first guy out.
Fouled back, a fastball.
Yeah, this is a big inning right here. You know, the Rays have been fighting back. 4 runs in the 5th make it 8-6. Need a quick inning.
Buznitz, Kiermaier, and Duffy will face Buznitz and maybe another reliever. There's a fastball and a called strike. Breaking ball, which is still a work in progress. Left it up high a little bit. Some left-handed batters due up, and Rogers is warmed up and ready to come in. Popped up. And Bauer has no play. Did I see the disappearing head of Kevin Gorg?
Yeah,
over there?
he's hiding in the corner somewhere.
He appeared after the ball landed and stopped rolling. He was a ghost until that
point. But he was nice enough to pick up the ball and give it to a fan. Right away, Kev.
1-2. And this one fouled back.
Right on the bald head of yours truly, so I did have to move. That wouldn't have felt good, and didn't have my mitt today, so I trusted the kids behind me. They had the gloves out, guys, but they whiffed it too. But the ball ended up where it deserved. I'm the youngest fan in this area.
How does it get past you, Kev?
I'm 51. I'm an ex-goalie, man. Those reflexes have left me years ago, sir.
Well, she gave it to her brother, I'm guessing, and she may never get it back. If it works in that family the way it did in our house. 1-2. To right center field. And that ball's down for a hit. Cave picks it up, and it's another leadoff hit. And I'm guessing the way that play ended, that Kepler may have lost the ball in the lights.
Yeah, it looked like he didn't know whether to dive for it. And Paul Mahler is going to make a change, as Taylor Rogers is going to be coming in.
It looked like Kepler was going to be able to make the catch, but then kind of pulled up toward the end. Well, at any rate, it's another leadoff hit for the Rays and another pitching change for the Twins.
authority of the Minnesota Twins and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Minnesota Twins, LLC. Taylor Rogers making his 39th relief appearance. Did a good job against left-handed hitters, and that's who he'll face is Kevin Kiermaier. Left-handers hitting .228 off of Taylor.
Well, the hits are even now at 11 apiece. And it's Rogers' job to make sure that the run column isn't equal by this inning's end. Kiermaier with a single his last time up. And a first pitch strike.
Now Rogers with a fastball. He'll change speeds on that curveball.
I got 11 hits for the Rays, don't you? Scoreboard here has 10. Outside, 1-1.
I have 10.
With the leadoff single here.
Yes. Odorizzi gave up 8 hits and Buznitz 2.
Oh, you're right. I see where I missed one. Okay, gotcha. 1-1 to Kiermaier. Just outside, 2-1.
Some more action in that Twins bullpen. Matt Belisle getting up.
Two and 1. 3-1.
Well, control has not been an issue for Taylor Rogers. Only 8 walks, one of those intentional in 37 2/3 innings.
Three and 1. Tap foul, 3-2. Kiermaier hitting just 150 against lefties. Burt gave you Rogers' effectiveness against lefties.
Again, Kiermaier spent a couple months on a disabled list, a little over 2 months with a torn ligament in his right thumb. This season really has had a tough time get going.
Runner goes, pitch chopped toward short. And it's play by Polanco. Getting Kiermaier, but on the play, Echeverria gained second base because he took off with the pitch. The MLB.TV All-Star Sale is here. For $39.99, you can watch every out-of-market regular season game live or on demand. Your subscription includes MLB At Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Blackout, other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.TV. Take advantage of this all-star deal. And now right-handed hitting Matt Duffy. Single in 3 trips. Check swing roller. And we should acknowledge that the mess in the 5th inning when Odorizzi gave up 4 runs. The inning started with 2 bloop hits. One of them was on a check swing. And the Rays took advantage, eventually getting a 3-run home run and knocking him out of the game. 1 strike. That's a fair ball down the right field line. Echeverria will score. And a nice retrieve by Kepler, holding Duffy to a single, and it's 8-7.
Oh, Duffy again, probably the best hitter of the Rays so far this year, came into that at bat hitting .309 and took that pitch away as he did his little flare last inning into right field. This one away. You can see it almost. He's looking to hit that ball that way, and he did sharply. His second hit, he picks up his 26th run batted in. It's an 8-7 ball game.
Bowers almost hit a home run in the 4th. Hit it off the corner of the limestone in right field. Originally ruled a home run, but then correctly ruled a double, and then he cranked one out over the big scoreboard in right center field with 2 men aboard. It was 8-1, and now it's 8-7. Indians held on and beat the Yankees 6-5.
Duffy at first base gets a throw over, 6 stolen bases in 9 attempts. Rays like to run, 57 stolen bases in 83 tries.
Check swing and a strike.
Young man, even though he's only 22, looks very comfortable at the plate.
Breaking ball away, 1-1.
Bauer started the season down in AAA, got called up on June 7th.
There's a breaking ball, better one for a called strike.
Well, Taylor's average is strikeout an inning. If he goes to that fastball, another hard curveball shaking off Garver.
Got him with a high fastball.
Bauer says that's up.
Way up, he says. Not even close. And I'm not even a good lip reader. 2 down. And here comes Paul Molitor with the right-hander due up next.
You see the top of the box just got a piece of it. The seams got it.
Rogers faces 3 men. He got the 2 lefties, gave up a hit to the righty, and now Matt Belisle will come in to face Ramos. Save big money on all your home improvement needs at Menards. And by Jeep, the official vehicles of summer. Good night for the hitters, not so much for the pitchers. 15 runs on the board. The Twins have 8 of them. Tying run at first, 2 down, and Wilson Ramos will hit against Matt Belisle.
Yeah, 4th pitcher needed so far for Paul Molitor and the Twins. Matt Belisle making his 12th relief appearance in a Twins uniform since being let go by the Cleveland Indians. He signed with the Twins back on the 12th of June.
Ramos with hits his first 2 times up. Odorizzi got him on a ground ball the 3rd time up. There's strike 1. Starting to see some more effective outings from Belisle. Hasn't given up a run in his last 4 outings, covering 5 innings.
He's been around the block. He's been in baseball a long time, since 2003 in the big leagues.
Poked foul, 0-2.
This outing here for Matt, his 680th career appearance.
It's going to be one of those games. That Duke getting loose behind Belisle. 2 strikes here with the Twins trying to get off the field with the lead in the 6th.
Head in the count right here. Ramos with that open stance. Matt throw over to first. I think Matt's always had very good control. Fastball isn't what it used to be, but still good breaking ball, changes speeds well.
Change up, got him. And Belisle gets a big out in the 6th. Ball game. You can start your day with First Things First. Join Chris Carter, Nick Wright, and Jenna Wolf for the best morning sports show on television. First Things First, weekdays on FS1, streaming live on Fox Sports Go. Your morning routine just got a whole lot more fun. Brian Dozier will lead things off. He is 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. The Twins at one point had an 8-1 lead. Be well advised to start scoring some runs again.
Well, credit Andrew Kittredge doing a good job of putting some zeros on the board.
Squaring and taking ball 1. Twins have a couple of bunt hits on this homestand. Morrison, Polanco. And now a strike, 1-1.
I can see Kittredge not overpowering, tops out at 92, 93, but he's got that split finger along with a slider.
Foul. Now that pitch started to come into prominence toward the end of your career. Did you ever try in a bullpen session or anything to throw it?
No. No, never did. You know, he sets it up behind him too. He kind of jams it in and looks for the sign. can see it's set up right there. And then if it's another pitch, he'll move it around a little bit.
Dozier, Escobar, and Polanco here in the Twins' sixth. That's to left.
That's a good. That's
down for a hit. Dozier rounds first. He's digging for second, and he is going to be safe at second. The throw on the infield side of the bag and the slide to the outfield side of second base.
Great hustle right there by Brian Dozier. He took the gamble right there. And the throw was a little bit on the infield side, and Brian went way out in the outfield and got that left hand on the bag. So there might have been that split finger right there, and Brian, you can see head down, took a gamble right there, and got that left hand on the bag. So Dozier with his first hit on his 19th double.
Twins got a leadoff double in the fifth, didn't score. Now one in the sixth. And a pitching change for the Rays with the Twins up a run. Dozier will help in that regard.
Yeah, he got a slider down and away. I thought it was a split finger. He got a slider down and away and hooked it in the left field. Ryan Yarbrough coming out. He's done a great job out of that bullpen. Now he's made 5 starts, but some of those starts are, first inning type starts, as we will probably see here on Sunday. Making his 23rd relief or appearances with the 5 starts, 87 innings pitched, 31 walks, 5 intentional, 81 strikeouts. Fastball, slider, changeup.
Here's Escobar. We've already seen it in this series, and the Rays, by design or by necessity, have assembled a pitching staff with a lot of guys who can go 3-4 innings. Now, they didn't anticipate Snell only giving them 3 last night, or Eovaldi giving them 2 2/3 today. But Chi-Wei Hu did a nice job last night.
5 innings.
5 innings. Kittredge did okay, and now this guy regularly goes 2-3 innings at a time. Even when he starts, sometimes he gets more than 1 inning. So in an age where the term long reliever, the job description is almost a dinosaur, but yet the Rays seem to have a lot of them. A lot of guys that would be called long relievers.
Yeah, Yarbrough in the minor leagues, basically a starter.
2-1 to Escobar. Up the middle and a base hit. Dozier around third. He's going to come home, and an RBI single by Escobar And a much-needed run for the Twins.
Good at-bat right there by Escobar, driving in Dozier. Gets his first hit, driving in his 55th run of the year. Fastball, right back up the middle for Escobar. It's a 9-7 game. It is Friday the 13th.
Yeah. Here is Polanco. He's already got a triple and a single. Hit a fly ball to right his last time up. Strike one. Mentioned it last night and already once tonight. Polanco just hasn't had much success from this side of the plate yet. One hit, last night's double in 16 at bats. Squaring and taking a ball. And again, last year, the first extended look we've had of Polanco, he was pretty even-handed when it came to switch hitting. Not a big spread. To left center field. Kiermaier chasing it and chasing it down. Man, he's fast. I thought that ball had the gap, but Kiermaier cut it off. One down.
Very quick, cat-like instincts for Kiermaier. Gold Glove winner a couple times.
Looks like it might be another extra base hit for Polanco. Instead, it's the first out. And now Kepler.
You see where Kiermaier's playing pretty much toward a little bit right center, but his speed catches up to it.
Kepler with a single and a couple of ground balls to the right side. Down and in, ball one. One and 0 to Max Kepler. And fouled away 1-1. Just joined as the Twins got 6 hits and 4 runs against Nathan Eovaldi, eventually knocking him out in the 3rd inning. Over the inside corner.
Big breaking ball right there. Yarbrough, 26 years old, came over in a trade with Seattle. And Seattle traded Drew Smiley to the Mariners.
Check swing, or did he? Ooh. That was close. When Wolcott said he did not offer at it. And Cash scratching his head on that one. Thought they might have had strike 3.
Another slider. Very close.
2-2 to Kepler. Thirteen hits for the Twins, 9 runs. 11 hits, 7 runs for the Rays. Out in front, breaking ball, strike 3, 2 down. That'll bring up Grossman.
That big breaking ball right here. Good tight breaking ball.
Grossman's had another good night at the plate with 2 hits and a walk. Strike over the inside corner. Three innings worth of outs to get, and Trevor Hildenberger looks like he's going to be asked to get some of them. Maybe the ones in the 7th inning. Deep to the left field corner. Hard off the wall. Escobar to third. They're going to wave him around. Here's the throw offline, and Grossman is going to be hung up between second and third after a big RBI double. 3 hits tonight for the designated hitter, and a couple of runs for the Twins in the 6th.
Right here is the Twins that jumped on early. Evaldi giving up 6 hits and 4 runs in the 1st inning, and then they added 4 more runs in the 3rd inning to take an 8-1 lead thanks to Joe Mauer's 3-run home run. But these Rays are not going to give up. Boy, have they battled back nicely. Made it 8-2, 8-3, and then Bauer getting a 3-run home run. That in the 4-run 5th inning for the Rays. And then the Twins said, okay, well, let's get a lead again. And they score a couple runs right there. They took advantage of some throws that were a little offline. Dozier's double, you know, a good throw, probably gets Dozier, and that right there, that throw on the foul side allowed Escobar to score all the way.
Well, Trevor Hildenberger will come in and try to restore some order here. My goodness, this has been a messy set of middle innings here.
Well, he's done a great job, Hildenberger has, changing speeds from down underneath. Saw the numbers on Hildenberger, making his 42nd relief appearance. Only 34 hits in 44 innings, 13 walks, 6 of those intentional.
Go back to the Riders.
They have 40 strikeouts.
Hildenberger's only given up 14 runs all year long, and 5 of those were in that disastrous outing at Wrigley Field. Before and after that, he's been almost perfect.
Yeah, 20 of his last 21 appearances have been scoreless.
1-1. And now 2-1. Wendell, Crone, and Robertson. And the Twins hope they'll get off the field, having faced just 3 batters. Way out in front, and a half-hearted swing at that. 2-2.
Well, there's only been 1-2-3 inning, and that was the 1st inning by Odorizzi.
And in a way, this game is Be mindful of those games at Wrigley Field where a lot of runs scored. Twins scored 10 runs in a game there, and it wasn't enough to win a ball game. Hopefully tonight it is. 2-2. Dribble foul behind the plate.
You see what that changeup does to hitters. You try to wait back, and Wendell at the last second got a piece of it. He's way out front of it.
But if he couldn't throw 92 to 94, that changeup wouldn't be nearly as effective. You have to, I suppose, respect the velocity that he has. Another 2-2. There's a leadoff man, retired.
And he went over the top right there with a 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So finally we get that leading lady.
Replay presented by Carrier.
Everything underneath and then over the top fastball.
C.J. Cron will bat. Cracked a double off the fence in right center field to drive in a run in the 5th. Breaking ball clips the corner. Half swing. And he went 0-2.
James Hoy, the first base umpire, saying he went.
What makes Hildenberger so effective? He's almost equally as good against righties and lefties. Lefties hitting 182 against him. Righties hitting 226. Both numbers very, very good. 0-2. Crossfire. 1-2. One and two to Cron. Two down. Not only is Hildenberger getting outs, he's getting swings and misses. We haven't seen many of those lately.
Well, you know what he's able to do. We see that little slider from down underneath, but watch this pitch right here. Watch it sink right at the last second, right around where the plate starts, and then all of a sudden it'll sink. So you see it all the way, and then whoop, thrown way out front.
And now Robertson. Breaking ball away. From the center field camera, maybe the viewers can sense it, but you don't know the velocity, of course. But every pitch he throws, not the last one, but most of the pitches that he throws look like they're headed right down the heart of the plate. 2-0. And then, as you said, the changeup drops down. The breaking ball sweeps left to right. And I guess looking at his record, it's obvious he hasn't thrown too many down the middle of the plate. 2-0. Missed fastball. That went away, and it's 3-0. Gomez will hit next. Back in the zone. 3-1. Enter and sign in, please.
Looks like Hunter Wood.
Walks up the line, foul. What was that from? What's my line? We're both dating ourselves.
I believe so, yeah. Have three contestants and say, hi, I'm Dick Braver. No, I'm Dick Braver.
No, that was to tell the truth.
Was that?
What's my line? You had to guess somebody's occupation.
Oh, I missed that one.
And if you guessed right, you won a grand total of like $50.
A lot of money back then.
3-2. Another Tapper foul. Hildenberger with strikeouts of the first 2 batters. A full count to Robertson. What an inning for Trevor Hildenberger. The ball well pitched so well, they've run the bases well.
Well, they've taken advantage, I think, of, you know, the utility of different players. Window, we saw him at second base. Here tonight he's in left field, and this throw up, you know, on the infield side, that allowed Brian Dozier for that hustle double. And then right here, Grossman hits that ball down the line. Escobar taking a chance of scoring, but you see where that throws offline. Good throw, may have been able to get both runners. But instead, the Twins able to put 2 on the board, take the 10-7 lead.
And we go to the home half of the 7th inning. And Hunter Wood is the latest pitcher for the Tampa Bay Rays.
Wood making just his 6th appearance.
Cave takes a fastball and strike 1.
Wood, 24 years old, 2nd season with the Rays. Made only 1 appearance last year for him. This is his 3rd stint since being recalled in late June.
Slow breaking ball, pretty pitch to watch. And that's what Cave did, strike 2. And another one up and away. With a single and a double earlier tonight. A drive to right field. Carrying deep, Gomez to the wall, plays it off the wall and not well. Kay flying around second, on his way to third with a leadoff triple.
Still, as a fan, I think fans like the triple sometimes over the home run. Fun to watch guys hustle. We saw Polanco get a triple earlier in the ball game in the 1st inning, and Cave with his 2nd major league triple. Gomez goes back, and okay, where is it?
I don't think he would have caught it, but he got himself so far back on the wall that Cave got an extra base out of it.
Yeah, ball caroms, of course, back toward the infield.
Infield in now for the Rays. Garver at the plate. Slow breaking ball inside.
So Cave having another 3-hit night.
Same thing kind of happened to Polanco's triple in the first inning. Gomez got way back by the wall, and then the carom almost came back into short right field. 1-0. Blocked by Ramos. 2-0.
Something out.
McGill and Duke getting loose. And now 3-0. Garver drew a walk his last time up. Back
swing. Oh, nice grab. Young man brought his glove. Lefty.
Three and one. Garver green lighted on 3-0. Missing, and it's 3-2.
A little cut fastball right there by Wood.
We've seen Garver better than most in the Twins lineup, toning things down and having a two-strike approach. See if he can make contact here, get a run in.
Shoot it through the drawn-in infield.
Instead, he takes a walk.
Second time Garver has walked.
And Mauer to the plate. 2 hits, a walk, 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. Strike on the outside corner. A lot of extra base hits for the Twins. So far, Mauer's home run, the only home run hit in the game for the Twins. 1-1.
Back-to-back curveballs, one for a strike, that one low.
4 doubles, 2 triples, a home run. Now Ramos comes out to give signs. Won't be a trip to the mound. Outside corner, 1-2. Got a shot at Hildenberger, and it just occurred to me the official scorer is going to, if the Twins win the game, the official scorer will have to award a win to a Twins pitcher other than Odorizzi, because he didn't go 5.
Right.
And it might be Hildenberger, which would be pretty late in the ball game for a relief pitcher to get a win under those circumstances. Fly to center, and going back is Kiermaier, and he's there for the catch. But coming in to score is Cave, and Mauer has 4 runs batted in tonight.
Hey, got one of those breaking balls and hit it deep enough. Kiermaier did a great job of getting behind that ball, and that kept Garver at first base. So Joe driving in another run. The Twins add on here, as they did in the 6th inning.
Rosario. 2 strikeouts, 2 singles. And Rosario lost his bat. Strike on the outside corner. Breathing room. 2 runs in the 6th, 1 so far here in the 7th. After the Rays came almost all the way back from 8-1 down. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Caves had a big night. Just a home run short of the cycle. Check swing. Bauer with 4 runs batted in. He's been retired once on a fielder's choice. Rosario, his 3rd strikeout of the ball game, 2 down.
Good changeup right there. Sequence fastball, curveball. Then the changeup gets Rosario, and Wood picks up a strikeout, his 1st. Well, he pulled the string right here. Good location of that 87-mile-an-hour changeup.
Going to bring up Dozier. He's 1 for 3 with a sacrifice fly. The 1 came in the 6th. He hooked a double down the left field line. Hustled to make it a double. The Twins added 2 more runs that inning after the lead had been trimmed back to 1. Outside with a fastball, ball 1. And now inside. Both the Yankees and Red Sox lost. I bet that hasn't happened very often this year. Toronto beat the Red Sox 13-7. Cleveland beat the Yankees 6-5. Big pop-up. It was barely out onto the outfield grass. And the catch is made by Robertson. Lead-off triple leads to another run, and the Twins have a 4-run lead.
Baseball. It is Friday the 13th, of course. We've got strange things here, strange things at Fenway Park, including this. Justin Smoke, not once but twice, going deep for the visitors. Red Sox had a 10-game win streak coming in. but Smoke took care of that. Rick Porcello roughed up. 8 runs in 2 innings. Toronto goes on to win 13-7, so 20 combined runs there. See if the Twins can eclipse that tonight here, but the Red Sox win streak is over. They still lead the Yanks by 3.5 in the East, guys.
Thank you, Kevin, because as we said, Cleveland beat the Yankees 6-5. Zach Duke will come in to try to get the Twins through the 8th inning.
Yeah, making his 41st relief appearance. He, like Hildenberger, done a good job out of that bullpen.
Gomez, Echeverria, and Kiermaier. And a liner again on the first pitch. Gomez loves to jump on that first pitch, and he gets a leadoff single.
Gomez gets his second hit of the ball game.
And now Adeiny Echeverria. Only been 21 outs recorded by Twins pitchers, and the biggest one was probably Echeverria striking out, leaving the bases loaded back in the 4th inning. Rays got a run, but they left the bases full, and then up until a couple innings ago they trimmed it back to just a 1-run ball game. 1 strike. Check swing and a strike. That's 0-2.
Oh, he saw Hildenberger last inning, you know, go from the right side, and Duke almost the same thing. He won't go down as sometimes he'll drop down like Hildenberger, but he gives you different arm angles. The veteran lefty, 35 years old. This is his 14th major league season.
Caught by Polanco on the way. Line drive, but an out for the first out of the year. And now Kevin Kiermaier.
Yeah, right-handers hitting 299 off of Duke. Left-handers only 220 because of that sidearm delivery.
Remember at the start of last year, the Twins brought back Craig Breslow, who had dropped his arm angle and kind of tried to become what Zach Duke already is. It didn't work out real well for Breslow or the Twins, so they went ahead and brought in Zach Duke, and he's done a really nice job. Strike 2 over the inside corner. Kiermaier begs to differ.
Yeah, he'll top out at, you know, 89 like that pitch right there, maybe 91, but changes speed so well. There, pumps up. Fastball. Caught the box. It's a big box.
It did not catch the box. There's a half swing. Strike 3. First base occupied.
Well, you can see Kiermaier maybe a little upset at that previous pitch. Then he swings at a ball way out of the strike zone. So Duke picks up the strikeout.
Are you game for a little excitement? Head to foxsportsnorth.com. Submit a photo and message for the opportunity to be featured in the Minnesota Lottery Winner's Circle during the broadcast and receive $100 in scratch tickets. With the Minnesota Lottery, every day is game day. 2 down, 2 outs after the leadoff single, and now Duffy. Strike 1. Breaking ball low. Fifth relief pitcher used by the Twins, with Odorizzi unable to complete 5 innings. On the outside corner.
They held it a little bit longer, kind of stared down Gomez at first base, and then dropped that breaking ball outer half of the plate. One and two. 2
2-2. Ryan Stanek getting loose. And that's fouled off a leg, a foul ball.
Walk it off. Didn't hurt that back.
I have not seen a lot of Duffy. You know, again, he's hitting what, 311 now with a couple hits here tonight. Looks like a guy you have to bust inside because he does use that right field a lot. That ball was inside and Duffy hit it off his foot. See where Garver moves right here behind the plate. Going back inside.
And the fastball down and away. Bowers on deck. Duke trying to get Duffy. Make sure Bowers faces whomever in the ninth. And a breaking ball wide of the plate. And now 2 aboard for Bowers, who's already hit a 3-run home run.
He tried to backdoor that breaking ball, ended up walking Duffy.
Sunday on Fox, Pogba, Mbappe, and France take on Luka Modric and Croatia in the FIFA World Cup final. Coverage beginning Sunday at 9 Central. Stream it live on the Fox Sports app. So now 2 men aboard with 2 out and the dangerous Bowers at the plate. Fouled 1 strike. Bowers probably a 1/4 inch from a 2-home run night. In the 4th inning, he hit one off the corner of the limestone in right field, right in front of the flowers. It was originally ruled a home run, then correctly called back to a double. Then he did clear the wall in right center with 2 men aboard in the 5th. 1 strike. And missing inside. There's where the ball hit in the 4th inning, leading off the inning. Bowers still scored a run. Breaking ball hitting the corner, and it's 1-2.
You know, in his previous at bat, he kind of backed away from Taylor Rogers' breaking ball too. Ended up striking out. Call 3rd strike.
One and two. 2-2. This is the man you got to get. You got a 4-run lead. And Ramos is on deck. No activity in the Twins' pen. Two and two to Bowers. Spun over the screen.
See if he drops down here.
Over the top, hot ground ball and a couple of hops to Dozier. Inning over. Duke pitches a scoreless 8th inning.
here at Target Field. Stay with us directly after this contest for Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. Take a look at the fireworks. We're going to have fireworks after the game. We've had plenty during the game. 18 runs, 27 hits. We'll break it all down for you. Also, Tim Laudner will take a look at some pitching that cost Jake Odorizzi tonight, some non-competitive pitching that got him in trouble. He could not get out of the fifth. We'll bring you inside the office and hear from Paul Mauder what he thought of this game, what he thinks of the way the Twins are performing on this homestand, and we'll also take a sneak peek at a great pitching matchup tomorrow with Archer going against our all-star Jose Barrios, guys.
It'll be a good pitching matchup tomorrow. Archer's pitched very well in his career against the Twins, and Barrios will be looking for his first career win against the Rays.
Ryan Stanek comes out of the pen. He is the latest reliever for the Rays. They're fourth of the ball game.
And Stanek, a hard-throwing right-hander. Former #1 pick by the Rays in 2013 out of the University of Arkansas. Made 21 appearances last year. A couple stints with him this year.
Fouled away.
Fastball at 99 miles an hour. Also mixes in a slider, a split finger.
Escobar, Polanco, and Kepler. Jake Cave would hit fifth, and if he gets a chance, he needs a home run to complete the cycle. Lifted to left. Wendell with the catch, one away. So one down in the bottom of the eighth. Polanco will hit. He's had a good night at the plate with 2 hits, 2 runs scored, an RBI. Polanco almost left his feet. Strike one. Matt McGill's warming up, but so too is Fernando Rodney. Not a save situation, of course. So we'll see how it's played here. My guess is if the Twins add a run or two, it might be McGill. Otherwise, Rodney getting loose. An off-speed pitch, a swing and a miss. Off speed at 89.
That's that split finger right there.
Good night for Jake Cave and the Twins. Plenty of runs scored. Check swing and a double hit. He hit Polanco's bat twice. Just one strike though. Just outside, 1-2. Polanco again. A big swing and a foul back. Twins were swept by the Rays in St. Petersburg back in April. Hoping to
pay him back here.
Yeah, it'd be nice. Polanco with a foul tip. Ramos hangs on. 2 away.
Stanek picks up a strikeout. That's his 40th strikeout in 32 innings pitched. Fastball had some run on it.
Kepler 1 for 4. RBI single and a run scored back in the first inning. The Twins kind of sort of took control of the game with a 4-run first. Foul back. another foul ball back into the seats. And it is 0-2.
Well, he's hitting 99 miles an hour consistently, isn't he? Whew.
Good inning.
There's 100.
3 up, 3 down. The Twins go quickly in the 8th. Caves had another impactful game in this homestand. Earlier on it was with his defense, but he's had a 3-hit night. Got some big hits for the Twins. So is Joe Mauer with 4 runs batted in. And it is a 4-run lead. Fernando Rodney. And he's still up and ready to see the Twins win a ball game.
And still smiling. I love the glasses. Yeah, Fernando Rodney. He worked in last night's ball game, picked up his 21st save in the 5-1 win over the Rays. Not a save situation, but Rodney out there for the 36th time. 33 innings, 37 strikeouts, only 12 walks.
Face the middle of the Tampa Bay lineup: Ramos, Wendell, and Crone. And a swing and a miss over the fastball.
Yeah, after the short start of Jake Odorizzi, the bullpen's done a very good job, only allowing 1 run. Odorizzi worked the first and the third innings. Good change up right there by Rodney.
0-2. Two strikes. Right there. A fastball that cut the plate in half. 1 down. And now Wendell. Situation last night was different. Ryan Presley had a terrible time starting the inning. And Wendell came up first man that Rodney faced, and he hit a line drive. Twins got 1 out, not 2, but then Rodney struck out the next man to finish the ball game. And he just patted there the area that he showed me this afternoon where the line drive hit him on the underside of the wrist. And you could see where the ball had imprinted the inside of his wrist. and there was still some swelling there, and I said, "Is it hurt today?" And he looked at me like, "Are you crazy?"
And what did you say? Yes.
Well, yeah, but I thought it would hurt most people to get smoked by a line drive.
Well, remember, he came in with bases loaded and 1 out. So, yeah, he did a great job. That is definitely a save.
1-1 to Wendell. And so when we saw McGill warming up with him tonight, you might have been tempted to think, well, maybe the idea is McGill would start the inning, and then if there was some trouble. But that's what happened last night. And frankly, the Twins were lucky Rodney was able to get the last 2 outs. That was a mess to bring him in with the bases loaded and 1 out. My goodness, deep to right field. Wendell hits one off the flagpole. And it is 11-8. So Wendell's really hit the ball hard twice against Rodney in this series.
Well, he almost dropped down to his knee on that one. His 4th home run of the year. Take a look at the pitch. Oh, inside. And Wendell with that uppercut swing. Rodney giving up his 4th home run of the year.
And now Crone. Not as dramatic nor as impressive as Jim Thomey's off the top of the middle flagpole out there a few years ago.
That's still a pretty good shot.
Yeah, it is. 1 strike to Crone. Busted bat and a roller to third. Escobar to Mauer, 2 down. Looking through last year, the home schedule last year, and in terms of winning percentage, the best homestand for the Twins last year, they had a couple of 4-1 homestands. So they're about ready, 1 out away from making this an 8-1 homestand with 2 to play. Strike 1. Back to Rodney and hit him in the heel of the glove, and he throws a rocket to Mauer. Not a save, but an effective closing of the ball game. And the Twins are on a roll, folks. It's been fun to watch. They're 8-1 on this homestand.
Good win by your Minnesota Twins.
Tom Hanneman, the Twins are in position. If they can win this final series, they can do that tomorrow, having the best homestand they've had in quite some time.
Dick, it's been a hard-hitting homestand without question. Continuing tonight, 11 runs, 15 hits. Up next on Twins Live, presented by CenturyLink. We'll show you the fireworks before the fireworks started tonight. We'll hear from Paul Molitor and look ahead to tomorrow afternoon.